Starting in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to pull up the agenda.
Pull it up on my phone.
We're waiting on Melina. Okay, is the recording ready?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you. This is Thursday, September the 11th, 2025 at 11:32 a.m. The BCCWID board is having a special meeting at the Black Canyon City Community Library. Meeting notices were posted on the website, at the post office, and on the bulletin board outside the office. I wanted to be noted that the agenda posted on the website had an incorrect start time of 10, but the other two locations have the start time of 11:30. The attorney is aware, and we will be addressing this matter appropriately. Roll call of board members. I am Elaine, the board chair.
Sean Collins, member at large.
Tom Strezak, board secretary.
Melina Rowlett, treasurer.
And on the phone, we have Bill Whittington, district's legal counsel. And as a guest, we have...
Irene Brooks.
Thanks to all of you for coming. I know there was a change from the 10 to the 11:30 time, but we've had a lot of activity going on in the district, and things have been really busy. So we're going to get right to it. New business.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
for just a moment, could we take just a few moments to remember the fallen of 9/11 and the tragic events and the terror attack on our country, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
So we'll take a few moments of silence to remember those whose lives were lost on 9/11 and for the tragic loss of a great representative of the people yesterday. Okay, thank you for suggesting that. So we're going to start with number 5, new business, discussion and possible action regarding the letter of resignation submitted by Board Secretary Tom Strezak. Yes.
This is Bill.
Oh, sorry.
Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Bill. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I spoke with Madam Chair before the board meeting about the posting problem, and because of the inappropriate posting on the website, that means the open meeting law has been violated and would prohibit a regular meeting. So that if you want to proceed with these action items, you'll have to do it by way of emergency action. And I think it's probably appropriate if I describe to the board, Madam Chair, what's required for that emergency meeting. If you would like me to do so, I can do so now.
Okay, and please point out, if necessary, not only the requirements, but if appropriate or all pointed out, the circumstances that make this an emergency.
Okay, that's fine. So folks, what happens when it turns out that you want to address something that's not been properly posted? You can do so by using
I sent you an email with an explanation as to why this was an emergency. These are an emergencies, and it will be duly noted in the meeting minutes as required.
Yeah, you'll have to do that, and so that everybody knows, the board chairman sent me an email that described the reasons for the emergency. Maybe the board chairman, the thing to do is just read that into the minutes. That might help you. I think that rationale for an emergency meeting just speaks to the issues of B and C, which is the appointment of Mary. I don't think it speaks to the issues of A and D. A being Tom's resignation and D being Julie's contract.
Well, B is an emergency because right now she is not under contract with Jerry or with the district, and we cannot close the office. That is totally not going to happen. There was a refusal to sign. There was a refusal to sign the contract because of a question regarding item 9 insurance, which Tomas corrected and sent. And we had addressed that insurance item, and I was confused as to why it was there because, you know, Lisa was on the district insurance, Jerry's on the district insurance, and so I don't understand how Julie's name got left off of that, but it did. Subsequently, we have a revised contract, and we need to keep Julie under contract. Hence, this contract needs to be signed today.
Maybe so, and that's up to you, but the email you sent to me, Madam Chair, doesn't speak to the issue. So
Well,
we
didn't talk about the issue of the contract. We're discussing it now, and in my opinion, it is an emergency because the last time this happened, Bill, as you recall, the office was shut down for 3 days. That cannot happen.
If Madam Chair, you decide to address item D on an emergency basis, just make sure the minutes reflect your rationale for it being an emergency as opposed to waiting.
I will absolutely do so. And then the third one that we discussed was the news that I got yesterday and the fact that my availability is going to be extremely limited due to an academic commitment. And, you know, if Tom's resignation is not considered an emergency, that's fine. We can wait to accept his resignation, but it has been accepted, and we will address that perhaps. That needs to be addressed soon so that we can fill that position with a board member if a qualified person submits an application.
Yeah, Madam Chair, that's fine. Your statement on the record during the meeting set forth in your email is fairly detailed. If you would like, you can read that into the
No,
record.
that's okay. I have some commitments that I need to get to, so I said this meeting would be short, so can we go ahead and proceed?
You have to put it in the record, Madam Chair. You have to actually read it into the record, whatever your rationale for an emergency meeting is.
Okay, go ahead and read it then.
Go ahead.
No, you can, because I don't have it with me.
Okay, per your instruction, I'll read your statement. The emergency before the board is that 2 board members, the secretary and the treasurer, have refused to act as check signers, a responsibility required by their positions under the district's policies and procedures. This leaves only 2 authorized signers, the chair and the member at large. Beginning September 15, 2025, the board chair will be unavailable due to prior commitments. Without additional signers, the district will be unable to meet its financial obligations, including vendor payments and payroll. This constitutes an emergency as defined under Arizona law because immediate action is necessary to avoid the substantial financial disruption to district operations. In conjunction therewith, Madam Chair, you and I had a conversation about possibly renoticing this meeting for tomorrow in order to comply with the open meeting law, and you indicated, I think, that there would not be sufficient people to make a quorum available tomorrow.
No.
Hmm.
No, what I said was I was not available tomorrow, and therefore I am not going to schedule a meeting.
Well, Madam Chair, if you wish, you can hold a meeting without you being there.
Bill, I want to be present at the Bill, I want to be present at the meeting.
I cannot give you assurances that justifies as an emergency, Madam Chair.
Well, we're going to, I'm not asking you to justify it, I'm asking you to support us as we get through what I, the board chair, have deemed as an emergency.
Well, the law describes what an emergency is. I can't give you assurance.
Okay, so we'll ask right now, if we have a meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock, how many of the board members agree to attend a board meeting tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Anyone? No one's agreeing, Bill, so it needs to be done today.
I'd like to make a point of clarification, Madam Chair.
Yes.
You're not telling the truth. I have not refused to sign checks.
You did not, no,
No.
you did refuse.
No.
I had the Yavapai County,
Nope.
well,
Nope.
that's not.
Did not.
Okay, Bill, let's move forward, please.
Madam Chair, that's up to you.
No one is able to attend a meeting tomorrow with 24 hours notice, so can we just please proceed?
Well, I gather there's a discussion on the table about whether it actually needs to be done. I'm not sure who's speaking out there.
Tom spoke, and Bill, at the last meeting, I brought the paperwork from Yavapai County Treasurer's Office, and the Yavapai County Treasurer's Office asked that all members of the board who willing to be check signers, wanting to be check signers, sign this documentation. Tom and Melina did not sign the documentation. I asked about them signing the documentation, and they chose not to. Hence, that choice and those actions demonstrated that they were not interested in being check signers.
BMO account. Yes.
So those two board members are currently not authorized check signers?
No. They did not sign the Yavapai County paperwork to renew check signers for the district. I sent it to Natalie, and it was forwarded to the Yavapai County Treasurer's Office. So at this point, only Sean and I are noted as check signers at the Yavapai County Treasurer's Office.
Well, the bylaws require that you have at least two available to sign. And I think what you said in your written statement is that after the 15th, you're unavailable. And I think you just indicated to me that no one is available to make a quorum for tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So can we begin the meeting?
Can we make another point of clarification?
Go right ahead, Tom.
Okay. You're saying we refused to sign checks, but now you're telling Bill that we didn't sign up to be check signers. We
Correct.
were asked,
I can
and we didn't
clarify.
refuse, we just didn't sign up to
No,
be check
you chose
signers.
not to. That's the same as a
That was to
refusal.
update the list of who is signers. So when we passed it around, I signed it,
Right,
and I
and
passed
we're
it to y'all.
signers on the BMO checking account.
Only on the
Yeah.
BMO,
Right.
not on
And
Yavapai
have
County.
been for 8 months.
But that's not what she's
But
talking
not
about.
on Yavapai County.
For 8 months.
So
What changed?
you're
in
not
8
on
months?
Yavapai
We
County.
added signers.
Right, but
You're
why
signers
why
on
were there no
BMO
signers
only.
before?
You are not signers on
Right,
Yavapai
and
County.
I would just like to know why there were no signers for 8 months before.
On what?
On
the
the
Yavapai
Yavapai
County.
County.
There were signers on Yavapai County. You, Tom, and I. But you did not sign the document to renew your signing
It wasn't specified
ability.
that
So
was
you
a
were
renewal.
omitted as a
And the
signer.
importance of it wasn't specified either. You were just really good with it.
No, I was not.
Well, you didn't tell us that you were.
It was right there on the document.
You just said, hey, you guys want to sign up to be check signers?
I'm sorry, Tom, but
Like it was optional. You made it sound
It
optional.
was not optional.
No, well, you made it sound.
Well, it is optional. You chose not to sign. You
Okay.
could sign or you could choose not
Okay,
to
so
sign.
let's get your check
But if you
signers.
chose not to sign, you're no longer
Okay, let's-
an eligible check signer.
Let's get your check signers.
Okay, Bill, can we move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
So, let me look at the agenda. We will address Tom's resignation at another meeting, and that would be under 5, new business, item A. So now we're going to have a discussion and possible action regarding letter of intent submitted by Mary Irene Brooks for the
Vice chair.
vacant board position. I didn't
Yeah.
sneeze.
She's vice chair, is the one that's available.
Okay, well, actually,
Oh.
and, no, Tom, I'm speaking. Actually, I learned something from Bill today I did not know. We can have more than one member at large, and we can swap some members around. However, we do need a vice chair. Someone needs to be acting as vice chair when I have a situation come up that is going to be coming up Monday. But we also need someone in the treasurer position who is willing to sign checks. So right now, I think just getting Irene on the board, and then we can, discuss how to arrange these positions so that we have a treasurer who's comfortable with signing checks, but then we also will need at some point to have a vice chair. So,
That's reasonable.
Bill, please guide me on this, but Mary, should we ask Mary to speak, or should we start the discussion about her letter of intent?
Best practice would be to make sure everyone has a copy of her letter of intent and ask her to describe why she wants to be on the board, and then entertain a motion to appoint her to the board, and then vote.
Okay, so I sent everyone Irene's letter of intent. Sean, would you like to discuss the letter? Ask Irene any questions or make any comments?
I mean, she looks like, I'm reading it right now as well, I read it this morning, but I mean, she does have a good background for it, and she's been nothing but pleasant and nice to work with, so I don't really have any questions. I don't really have any questions. I feel comfortable with it. As a member.
I think one of the things that I want to emphasize, as people apply for board chair, and this is very important to remember, is that Mary has attended more than 2 meetings. I'm sorry, I keep calling.
It's
Irene
okay.
has attended more than 2 meetings. She has attended numerous meetings. Not only that, she is incredibly familiar with all of the issues that the district faces, the projects that we've undertaken. Because she does the meeting minutes, she has probably a better knowledge than any of us other 4.
She's also come to some of the trainings.
And she has come to some of the training classes that we've held and participated in other activities. So her involvement is apparent. And I want to emphasize the fact that no person will be considered for a board position unless they have fulfilled the requirements that Irene has demonstrated are essential. So I think her letter of intent, I think her qualifications are great and will be a great asset to the board. So I will entertain a motion to Bob to accept Irene's letter of we have a motion and then a
Oh, no,
discussion. Bill, can you please direct this?
Can we discuss this? Or-
Wait,
Best practice would suggest that you would entertain a motion to appoint Mary Irene Brooks to
Oh, no,
fill
we didn't
vacant-
discuss.
to fill a vacant board position.
okay, there we go, Tom. As I indicated earlier, I will entertain a motion to accept Mary Irene's letter of intent and nominate her to fill any board position.
Okay, yes.
I need a second to that motion.
I'll second.
Seconded by Melina, made by Sean. All in favor, say aye.
Discussion?
Oh, sorry, discussion?
So, on discussion, if I could speak.
Sure.
I'm just wondering what the double standards are. And so Justin Birch put in a letter of intent about a month ago, and Sean, you put in your letter of intent
This is,
about
Tom,
3 months ago.
I know, Tom, this is not a part of the
No,
discussion.
because there's a double standard
Wait, Tom,
I'd like to address.
Bill, could you please address this? This is not on the agenda, and this is not a part of the discussion that's relevant to appointing Irene as a board member.
No, if a board member has concerns about whether he wants to vote for Mary Irene, it's completely legitimate for him to raise questions about what causes him to have that concern. So if he's feeling like there should be somebody else instead of her, that's part of the conversation. That would be allowed into the open.
Okay, Tom, go ahead.
Okay, so just a double standard example. Sean, you were delayed by a month, almost 2 months actually. Because it was, the board members didn't have time to interview you or anything. And that kind of thing. There's things that put you off. And now this is I love Irene. I'm 100% for Irene. You have my vote.
Thank you.
Okay, yes.
I don't think it's a double standard, Tom. I think she's
No,
been around
not
longer than me.
not.
Oh, wait, this is Robert's
Just-
rule.
this-
Tom, make your statement and finish it, please.
Sorry.
Okay, so this goes to basically the fact that he got delayed for 3 weeks or something because we needed to have time, but yet nobody has been given time to interview Irene. So, what happened? I mean, now it doesn't matter, but
Why
it
have
did.
you not had time to interview
It did
Irene?
matter,
She's
because
been
was
to
it just
numerous
about a week
meetings.
ago that this letter of intent came in?
Have you-
We sat on Sean's
have
letter
you
of
not
intent for 2 months.
Are you done with your comment?
Yeah, if you want to address it, that would
Sean,
be great.
please do not interrupt when someone else is speaking.
I
Sean,
said
you'd
that would
like
be
to
great.
make a comment on that, please?
No, I was saying, so I was new to the town. Nobody really knew who I was, right?
Right.
She's been here for a long time, and she also has been coming to these meetings a lot longer than me too. She was
Right.
helping out with Lisa and interacting with the water company. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's the difference.
if you're
I
good
think.
with that,
I
you know,
feel
the
like
fact
I'm good
that
with it.
I mean, so that
Okay, now, are
the
those
board was
comments
not given an
done?
opportunity.
Sean, are
Yeah.
you done?
Yes, sir.
Tom?
Okay, so I'm
Okay, I'm going
responding
to
to
comment,
Sean.
Tom, I'm speaking.
Bill,
As you recall, when Sean submitted his letter of intent, we had sent a notice, vacancy notice. We sent a vacancy notice out to the district. We mailed a vacancy notice out. And we gave a start date for submitting applications and an ending date for completing applications. So Sean submitted his application during that time frame. In all fairness, we had to wait until we had received all of the applications and then be able to review the applications and see who we wanted to interview, who we wanted to consider, and Sean was the only application that was submitted. Well, there is not a policy in the district policies and procedures manual about the requirement to attend 2 meetings. It would be irresponsible of the board to appoint anyone to sit on the board who has never been to a board meeting. Best practices, that's what we revert to when we cannot address something in policies and procedures. We look at best practices, and best practices require that a potential candidate attend at least 2 board meetings, that they are involved in some of the activities. I have the list, and I would be happy to email it to you what it says about best practices. So that's why Justin is not being considered today, and Justin was told, this is what you need to do to be considered. He sent a letter of intent that did not specifically answer the questions that Irene just answered, and he has not yet attended any regular board meeting. That is why Justin is not being considered today.
right, and that makes good sense. I'd like to see that in the bylaws. Actually, that would be policy.
Thank you. Okay, so we had a motion to accept Irene's letter of intent. We had a second by Melina. All in favor, say aye.
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 Melina?
I said aye.
Okay, so vote passes unanimously.
Thank you and welcome aboard, Irene.
Thanks, Tom.
And good luck.
The next item on the agenda is discussion and possible action regarding addendum revision to Julie Owings' office clerk contract. Previously, the item on Julie's contract that gave angst to a board member was 9, wherein it states that the office person would have liability, would have insurance, and the district would have their own insurance. And that was not an accurate reflection of what should have been in that contract. As we have discussed on more occasions than I care to recall, and we will, Julie was put on the district's professional insurance, as was Jerry. I did send the attorney an email from the insurance company indicating that that was possible, that Jerry was accepted. I completed the renewal insurance paperwork for Philly Insurance, which was quite detailed, and on that I put that Julie Owings, a contract person, and Jerry Postima, a contract person, were both to be included on the district's insurance. The insurance was accepted, and I got an email saying it's approved. As you recall, we had to put Lisa Chandler on for the last 30 days or so of her time with the district because she had not gotten insurance on her own as required by the board previously. So Bill has pointed out that it might be, we need to take a look at if Julie is actually a special employee or something of that, meaning I'm not skilled enough to go through that. However, there is a clause in Julie's contract that we would review her contract in 6 months. So we have 6 months to consider if we need to change Julie's standing from an independent contractor to that special employee or whatever it is, and then pay workers' comp, etc. But right now, the district has so many issues going on. This has been the standard contract for 25 years, so I don't think 6 more months of waiting to answer that question is going to be the end of the world. And again, we've discussed it, and we decided on one thing, and then we discussed it again, and it was back to a different understanding. So this has just been a very confusing mess and we have enough confusing things to deal with without adding something else to it. Bill.
Madam Chair, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Bill, did I hear something about a 25-year contract?
No, for 25 years, this is how the contract has read, is that they would provide their own insurance. But that is no longer the case, because we're not even sure if Julie is actually an independent contractor.
Understood. Thank you.
And then the other thing that would make one question that is Lisa did have a business license and Julie does not. So that kind of changes how we need to view Julie. But we will address that in 6 months. For right now, we need to make sure that we keep Julie under contract. So, and this contract, based on Bill's review of the policies and procedures, I am the only person on the board that needs to sign it. This is a copy of the contract. Julie can sign it. So I'm going to entertain a motion to accept the contract, and then after that we will have a discussion. I'd like a motion to accept the contract revising item number 9, indicating the district, Julie will be on the district's B&O insurance. I need a second to that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and second. Any discussion?
Yes. Madam Chair, if I may speak?
Go ahead.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable that she's been vetted? And because at the last meeting, there was an owner user that was concerned.
I'm going to make
About
this
that.
comment. I am not going to give in to all of the gossip and
I'd
rumors
just like you
that
to
go.
state on the
Tom,
record.
I am speaking, please.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm not giving in to the gossip and slander that can go on in this town. When Julie filled out an application, she was not our employee. Hence, I gave the application to Jerry, and Jerry checked her references and did the check that he indicated he would do, and he found nothing that should preclude Julie from being able to sign this contract. And that's all I'm going to say on that. There's no
Okay, 'cause
reason
that
to
hasn't
believe.
been brought to my attention. That, he was vetted or she was vetted.
We discussed the fact that she was Jerry's employee. We don't have to.
Right. And you feel, can I speak? You feel confident in that the person who hired her
I
skipped
feel
out with
confident in
$3,000?
Jerry's judgment that he
Okay.
vetted her and that
And-
everything is okay.
And so he's aware, and he's also full aware of the person that she worked for that brought her in.
Tom,
He's full aware of that, correct?
may I speak now, please?
Yes, I'd just like it on the record.
Would you please let me speak?
Yes, absolutely.
Jerry was at the meeting. There is nothing to indicate that Julie has anything that would preclude us from being able that would prevent her from remaining under contract. Bill, could you speak to that, please?
No, that's a discretionary decision by the board. I've not spoken with Jerry about what he did to vet her. That's totally within the board's discretion. You guys can decide if you want to live with it or not.
Bill, what is the obligation of the district to? We've already discussed that. This is something that we can address in the bylaws or in another way, but Jerry fulfilled his responsibility, and he assured the board, me, that he did not find anything that would preclude Julie from being able to fulfill the responsibilities in the contract, or that there was anything that would preclude her from being able to remain under contract. And that's all that's all that needs to be said. Molina.
I would like to know why we weren't informed of what Jerry discovered.
Because that's Jerry's employee, and you would need to call and talk to Jerry.
Okay.
Thank you. It was not our employee. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes,
I'd just
Tom.
like to have on the record that we're basically following your guidance in this. You
No.
and Jerry. Yes, we're
Okay,
following.
so you are.
You
You're
feel
right.
comfortable, and you feel basically that the best interest of the owner users in the district
No,
is
Tom.
being protected in making this decision. Then we are following basically.
Tom, stop, please.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is, nothing was found on Julie's application. Nothing was found by Jerry to
Right.
indicate there was any reason to not hire her. We are not going to disallow or to not allow someone to be under contract with the district based on rumors and hearsay with nothing to substantiate any such claims. And Jerry, I know, did speak to her reference at the VFW. And that's the assurance I'm going to give you. That's all that's required. Nothing was determined, nothing was found to prohibit her or to indicate that
Right.
she had anything that would prevent. That's the end of my sentence. So,
Okay, so I'll just, if I may, I'll say that I feel comfortable voting for her in what you told me, and that the owner users' safety, the safety of the district, and the safety of their data, and all that is protected. And so, from what you told me.
as much as it can be in any organization who puts someone under contract or
What you're
hires
telling
someone,
us.
Am I gonna torture her to see if I can get the truth out of her about anything in her past that might not be acceptable to taking this position? That's ludicrous. Everything has been done, and hearsay is not something that we are going to base a decision on.
Okay, so my vote is in good faith,
Yes.
and that
Well-
Jerry did his diligence, you did your diligence.
Okay.
My vote is in good faith.
So we had a motion to accept it, we had a second, correct?
Yes.
All in favor say aye.
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 Passes unanimously. So, Irene,
Yes, ma'am.
I have the open meeting law adaptation form for you to sign. You are required to watch that video after you have been voted on to the board. And so if you go home and watch that video this afternoon, you can sign that adaptation form. I also have the oath, which, Bill, did you send me a new oath?
I doubt if that's happened since we spoke of it, but we can.
Did you send me a link for the video?
I did.
Okay,
It's the same one we discussed.
okay.
So you've watched it, you can just watch it again. You did it before and after. Sign
I look
it.
at it all the time.
And then we're going to go ahead and swear you in. I'm just waiting for Bill to send me the oath.
If you have the form the county provided to you, you can simply scratch off the vice chair language.
I don't have that. Wait, maybe I have one. I have one downloaded.
I think it requires you to sign in front of a notary, if I recall.
Correct, and there should be a notary at the library. Here we go. So I did put in here board vice chair. I'm just going to put board member since we don't have to have a specific position.
Secretary.
I'm gonna send this to the library,
You have to teach me something.
print, just a second. What is the library email address? Do you know, Melina? Irene, could you please?
I'll go
say-
get it.
Thank you.
BCC at YFL? I don't know, it's been a long time.
So yes, Irene, I'll be happy to help you all I can.
Thank you.
right.
Okay, Bill, I'm sending you a copy of the oath that the library is going to print, so you can make sure it's the right one, but I'm pretty confident it is. Irene, could you please get the copy that they should be printing, and then sign it and get it notarized, and we can swear you in. This is a one-day deal.
Once and done.
God bless her for stepping up.
Uh-oh.
Madam Chair,
Yes?
that looks fine.
Okay, so, I need to readdress it to the library. So, I think that you'll be able to, do you want to stay until she's sworn in? And that would be the remaining, item that we have left to do, is just to swear her in. You can hold or you can go, it's up to you.
Are you speaking to me?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, we'll hang.
okay.
We'll hang.
He's supposed to sound like a mobster. Talk to him, man.
I like Bill. He's great. I like Bill. He's a good guy. Great guy. Down to earth. Salty. That meeting, he was carrying in chairs. That one session meeting we had at the new office. It was like carrying in chairs. He was laboring for us, you know. That was pretty special, man. Big of him to step up and do that, you know. Big of him to step up and do that, you know, carrying in chairs. It's not his job, you know. No, I always remember that. You know, so yeah, keep those letters of intent coming, folks. Right?
Oh, boy. Huh?
Where we going, Papa?
Putt-putt?
Papa.
Where? Where's the putt-putt at?
I don't know.
I'll make one in the backyard.
Not putt-putt, golf.
Oh, when we going putting?
Putt-putt.
Oh, jeez. Well, we can go anytime.
Madam
Just
Chair,
around-
this is Bill.
She's stepped over to where the librarian is for a second, Bill.
All right, just let me know when she's there so I can ask you guys for some direction.
Okay.
Just around town and maybe a little bit of dirt road.
Alright, well, I'll get my other bike out.
Huh?
I'll get my lighter bike out. When I go on dirt roads, I like to take my lighter bike.
Oh, don't be sissy.
Well, the big bike that's in the back right now is my twin brother's, so I'll take other people's bikes and go off-roading with them.
Oh, we.
And all my other ones are hardtails, so you don't be a sissy.
I love hardtail. I learned on
Not on the
hardtail.
off-road, you don't?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, jeez.
That was my first bike I rode regular was a hardtail. So.
You never been over the house?
No, your house, no.
You guys should both come over. Let's race some bikes.
We rode out one time, we took the Lake Pleasant Road, and we almost made it to Crown King. But then we came to a place where there was stuff like this, we just couldn't get over it.
You didn't want to take the old launch off on it?
Huh?
Get a
Here,
launch
I'll bring
off.
you that.
Oh, yeah.
We're working on the
Bill had a question for you.
email. Bill, Sean has a question
No,
for
he
you.
had a question for
Yeah,
you.
Madam Chair, can you hear me okay?
Yes?
As I mentioned during the discussion about emergency meetings, someone needs to prepare and post a notice to the public within 24 hours of the meeting.
I got that. I sent you an agenda, and I asked you to indicate what an emergency meeting would look like using that agenda.
I did that, that's right. And now I need to know who's going to prepare that notice, and who's going to post it.
You need to know what?
Who is going to prepare that notice for posting, and then who's going to post it?
I will.
You're going to prepare and post?
Yes. I need to go work on the oath.
She's stepping out for a minute, Bill.
Okay.
Then Bill, can I ask? A
Wait
question?
till the chair gets back.
Okay.
Yes, you can ask.
Oh, boy. Something wrong with your hood on your car?
No, I just leave it up for pack rats.
Oh,
So I'm not constantly snapping the thing, because I put the hood up when I get home.
yeah. I got a little
Instead of
battery
constantly
operated box.
snapping the lock.
I got a little box under my hood that squeals all the time. And so far
Seem to
it's
work
worked,
all right?
Yeah.
Seem to,
Actually, I got two of them. I got one in the other truck too, under my carport,
yeah.
my Toyota.
I might have to
But
find out what it
They
is.
already got the wires once, and since then,
If that's working?
yeah.
How long? Been working full?
Almost a year, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I need to know what you got, because I want to get
I look
that.
on Amazon. I think I got them on Amazon. It's just animal repeller or something like that, or
Yeah, I want to get the kind you got, though, because
Yeah.
sometimes
Okay.
it's really hard to
Yeah.
find which ones, you
yeah.
know.
Well, both of them I got are different, but
And they both work.
When I got the Chevy, you know, they put two of those D batteries in there. You know, not the big ones, so the next one's down,
Yeah.
and they last for a month or so. You know, it's got a light that flashes, and then it's got a squeal. So,
It's not loud, like annoying for neighbors or anything?
no, it's you know, you can barely hear it sitting on the front porch.
Yeah.
The other one I got's a little louder, but I can't hear it from, you know, the other end of the house outside there.
Right on.
And that's got flashing lights too. It's actually got different things you can turn and different sounds and lights and stuff.
Hmm.
But seems to be working.
Cool.
You know, they already changed some wires.
Yeah.
About a year ago in
They
my
can-
Toyota, I had to fix some wiring in there.
Yeah,
I
boy,
put some
that'll mess you up, man, yeah.
yeah. Well, the problem is they're making wires with insulation that's got soy in it. So, you know, the rats like the soy.
Yeah, between that and like just sharpening their teeth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the combination, they just,
Yeah.
so they dig in, huh, and they're
Yeah.
just,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
boy.
they could start a fire if they hit the two wrong wires here
Right.
or something.
Yeah,
You know, it's.
but that's been working good,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
I'll
want to
show
try
you on the way
that.
out. I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah, I've been keeping my hood up since, you know, I noticed they were starting to build a nest in
One
my
guy in the neighborhood
vehicle.
takes Christmas lights and puts them around. You know, this,
I've heard about that, yeah, the rope lights.
yeah.
Yeah.
One neighbor halfway up the hill, he's got
Right, and yeah, I'm not up for all that, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
I'll plug them in, put them on timer,
Yeah,
this and that, drive around it, you know, put these
Oh,
things
yeah.
around your vehicle every time,
and
yeah.
eventually you forget about them and you
Yeah,
run
I
them
can't do
over.
all that stuff.
But, yeah, on the way out, I take a picture of it, and it's got it on. Pretty sure I got it on Amazon.
Right. But yeah, I appreciate you giving, you know, letting me know about the hood, you know, because I get going towards Ansem and I forget to lock it down. And it's like, oh, son,
Oh, that's
now I gotta pull over, you know, and yeah, boy. It only happened once, you know, but yeah, like in town, no problem, you know, I just leave it where it's, you know, it's just locked, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Well, with this one battery operated, you know, it's not. You can't hardly hear it, and if you forget to shut it off, leave it on, you know.
Right.
So it probably burn up only about 4 batteries a month or every 6 weeks. It don't seem to draw a whole lot of power.
Right.
So
Those Ds are pretty expensive though. Oh, this is. Now look at this. This is. I forgot to let Bill know, he can actually stream this on Black Canyon Bulletin Board. It's live streamed. Too much, kinda late, kinda late now, but it's like, yeah, I should've told him, I was like, yeah, actually. But he probably needs his phone anyhow, just for communication or whatever, if he's gonna watch.
Yeah, us having an outside cat helps a lot too. 'Cause she,
Yeah, I got a feral cat, and she's pretty awesome,
Still good.
and I think she does pretty good.
still got some raccoons that wander or report sometimes around the back deck.
Yeah,
But I think she's, you know, and I've got these motion lights too, when the lights up when it, you know, it catches the,
right.
it's
I got a skunk that will actually come and eat, and my cat's there. It's like they know each other. Or
no kid.
it's like she shares, you know, and I'm like sitting in my chair right next to where I have the bowl for the cat, and
We
it's
try
like,
not to leave any food outside, you know, just
yeah,
water.
I'll be sitting there, and the next thing I know is I'm like, the cat's over here, and I'm petting her, and I hear a little crunch, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Skunky over there, and it's like, man,
My family.
that's all you gotta do. Is
Okay,
Have one.
away.
The smart meter.
oath has been appropriately signed and notarized. I'll take this to the office. Okay, so Irene, do you want to read the oath? Bill, should she read the oath?
That's what I did. It was easier that way.
Typically someone reads the oath and she repeats it.
Can I just let her read it?
Yes.
Yes.
Raise your right hand.
I, Mary Irene Brooks, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and defend them against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and according to the best of my ability, so help me God, or so I do affirm.
Okay, thank you. Yay!
Welcome aboard.
Bill, what's next?
Yes.
You won.
So let the weight loss
Bill.
begin.
Yeah.
What's next?
Well, on the agenda is a call to the public.
No public here? Oh, there is. Call to the public? Nope, we're good.
Oh, we gotta
The
go.
adjournment.
No.
Oh, wait,
You have
what?
You have
anything to
anything you
say?
wanna say?
Questions you want to ask?
No.
No, he's good.
Okay, so this meeting, is, now, what is, you sent the agenda that I need to post. It has to be posted within 24 hours. So you emailed me that agenda, is that correct?
You emailed me your language supporting your justification for an emergency meeting. I didn't email it to you.
No, I did. Can I modify that at all, or does it have to stay exactly as it is?
Well, I read that exactly into the record. That doesn't mean that's all you put on the notice. You can,
Okay.
you can exercise your discretion to add to whatever you would like. In particular, you put on the record stuff about justifications for approving Julie's contract.
Right.
You want to add that to the notice for sure.
Okay. So, do I have to put it in an agenda format, or I don't know how to I don't know what type of heading or what the format should look like.
The format can be any format you want. It should indicate notice of the public of emergency meeting, and then you would post it in each place that you typically post your agendas.
Okay, so notice to the public, got it. And then I just post my statement.
Yes, and you can add to that statement as you wish.
And then I post the date and the time of the meeting.
And then the reason you called it as an emergency session, which includes that language I read and that you put on the minutes.
And it needs to be posted by this time on Friday.
24 hours.
Okay, so we are ready to adjourn this meeting at 12:30. Thanks to everyone for coming, and we welcome Mary aboard. Okay, Bill, thank you.
Thank you.
Adios, amigos.
So he said that, your statement, or the reason it's called as an emergency needs to be in the minutes.
You,
It's because
wanna put this on?
there were,
Finish?
I had